So let's look at some of his work. Oops, sorry about that. Now we know the principles and elements, and that is, I'm sorry, we know the elements. We won't focus on the principles until you get into junior high. But for the elements, think about the elements and which ones you see here. Pause for just a minute. We'll talk about this first one, but what do you see? Now to me, I really do, I'm drawn to that river. And to me, it looks like a big, thick line. So if I were to look at this one, I would say my eye is drawn right into the line right there. That is the river. And that would be an excellent answer. Do you see another element in here? One that I do see is value. In fact, most of his artwork, you can see value in his photos. So value, think again, right? It's the going from a dark to light of a color or black. So here you have black and white photo. You can see all the values of the darkest blacks to the lightest grays and to white. Beautiful. Do you see another? Keep looking. One of the ones that you might have struggled a little bit, the element of space. When I look at this photo, those mountains look very far in the distance. The river's really thin in the distance, almost like a little snake out there that I can almost not see over by the mountain. And as it gets closer, it's really a thick river. That is the illusion of space. In the photograph, it flattens it a bit, but we can still feel like we can just walk or fly into this. If you keep looking, you will still keep seeing different elements of art. It's the one, though, that you are going to focus on for your photograph that you really want to get in your head and think about how you're going to capture for a photo. All right, I'm going to be quiet for the next couple slides. I'm going to go through them. I want you to think about what element do you see? I wish we were together so you could call out or raise your hand and we could share. I see some beautiful elements here. I see the nice texture in that water and in the clouds. Value, of course. I see the mountains that are becoming a black shape. Very unique shape. Definitely organic. It is not a geometric shape that I'm seeing. Truly beautiful. And of course, the value, the shades from blackest black to white. Ansel Adams made a science out of his values and really had a whole science behind getting the exact values he wanted. Take a look at this one. What elements do you see? Soon we'll be talking about photography techniques, and this one screams one of the techniques you're going to learn how to do and then apply in your photos. But again, I'm seeing shape. I feel like that doorway with that big rectangle is clearly trying to tell me shape. And I do love his photos because they bring just a feeling of peace. The quiet out in the beautiful landscape, the amazing, beautiful values. And I really feel like I'm just tucked in that little cave watching. This one's one of my favorites. And you can actually get a print for it still, which is pretty amazing that you can actually still buy his artwork. Not very affordable, but you can still buy it. That being said, well, how about this one? This one screams some of the elements to me. Value, yes, of course. You can see value in all his work. Those lines, right? This is a beautiful example of lines. But what else do you see? Maybe your mind saying, I really see the texture. Or if you look in between those roots, which is the root of a tree, if you look in between the roots, I actually see in the negative areas where the roots aren't, I see some shapes. Do you see shape, form, texture? Look at the texture, not only on that pine cone and the pattern there, but of those leaves. Look at the leaves, the beautiful texture that's on there. Unbelievable. Truly a photographer's eye to see the beauty in such a simple object. All right, so you are going to become a photographer like Ansel Adams. You are going to use your photographer's eye and try and communicate the elements through what you see in your photo. Now, to get you excited too, it can't be Ansel Adams unless you understand how to use a camera. So we're going to do some techniques with the camera. We're also going to learn, especially on this one, just take a look at this one. We're going to learn some techniques for composition. So things don't happen by accident for Ansel Adams. He plans it out and waits till it's just the right photo he wants to take. And we'll be enjoying the same process.